Hello everybody. Welcome to my very first voiceover and model makeup tutorial. So in this video, I will be doing my sister's makeup. Today's theme, we are going for, oh, that's me. And I'm gonna put some clips in her hair. We are going for the birthday party guest makeup. I asked her to do her hair for this video, and she came up with this cool little side do curly situation going on, which I dig. I appreciate the side partido. Just, oh, put in the clips wrong. You know what it is. But yes, the theme was a birthday party guest. My sister likes to stay in the neutrals, so that's the look we're going to be going for today. And she also likes her skin to pop through her makeup, so she doesn't want anything super cakey, super full coverage. She just wants to look like herself, a little bit enhanced. So that's what we're going to go ahead and get started with here. So first things first, I always use hand sanitizer in front of my clients. I offered my sister some just because, but you know, in light of what's going on right now with the coronavirus, I think it's a good idea I did it, you know? What if I'm just a legendary here, you know, just looking ahead? Not a legendary, a visionary. Okay, right here I'm offering her some gum because, you know, nobody likes a stingy gum person. In high school, you can get away with it. Outside of high school, nobody likes a stingy gum person. You know, you got to pass it around. So, you know, just asking my sister here if she wants some chicle. She's laughing at the fact that I'm asking her to get some chicle because her breath's kicking. But she accepts anyways. So here we are starting with her Lancôme toner. She asked me to use this on her. This isn't a product I know much of or use, but, you know, client wants, client gets. So I'm here just applying it in my hands, spreading it on her face. This is her preferred method, so we did it that way, giving her a little massage, you know, as we do this. Get the experience going here. Giving her, you know, working the product really into her skin, bringing it down to the neck. Alright, so here I am starting with the MAC Conditioner Lip Hydrant. This stuff is perfect for a chapped lip day. If you're experiencing chapped lips, you're not drinking enough water, get this on your lips. Trust me, it'll be like 10 glasses of water in one sitting. I like to do this at the beginning of my model's makeup because it just leaves the lips ready for the end of the makeup look. Next, I am going in with the Tatcha Skin Mist. I like to do this for all of my models. They love the scent. It's a great product. It's amazing. Next, I'm going in with the Better Skin Co. X Glamour by Josue Glamour Drops. So these Glamour Drops are part of, it's like the Better Skin Co. is a skincare line. Glamour by Josue is the CEO of the makeup school I went to. So we were able to try these Glamour Drops, and basically these are really good drops to use before your makeup. It's really hydrating on the skin. So next I'm using her Lancôme eye cream. I like to apply this with a brush. I'm doing this as I would with any model. She is my sister, so I could have just applied this with my fingers, and I probably would have with any one of my family members, but it's more hygienic in a sense and a little bit better to apply it with the brush when you're working on models. So I'm just using any little synthetic fluffy brush that I had in my kit. I think it's from Amazon actually, that's what I'm telling her at this part of the video. Really good brushes. They were like under $20. and it was when I was first getting into makeup, so I wanted some cheap brushes. Next, I am going in with the Embryolisse face cream. This stuff is great, and I like to do this as my last step because I've already added the toner, which was kind of like a serum-y toner. I've added the Touch Skin Mist, I've added the oil, I've added the under eye cream, and this is like my last step as far as skincare and skin prep before makeup. It's really good. It's not too thick, but it's thick enough where it just absorbs into the skin, but it's enough where it's a little bit on top of the skin that when you apply product, the skin's just very supple. It just works really well with any product, and it feels really good. It feels really hydrating. Next, I'm going in with the Benefit Porefessional Primer. This stuff is amazing. I find it works best when you apply it with your fingers, just because it warms up the product and it makes it a little bit more movable instead of it being more stiff. I experience that when I don't do this, sometimes it can like come off flaky or just not the best application. Also, I find that it's best applied with fingers or a sponge, just because it really presses the product into the pores or the texture and gives the best coverage. If you use a brush, you might find that it's moving the product around and the texture is still shown. Alright, next I'm going in with my MAC Prep+Prime Eye Base. This stuff is amazing. As I apply it, it doesn't really seem like it's doing anything, or you might wonder like, why isn't there any color covering her pigmentation? Well, I'll tell you. This base is a waxy transparent base. The reason why it's such a game changer for me is because this base prevents the oils from the eyelid from coming through to the eyeshadow. And I'm not sure if you guys have experienced this, but sometimes when using concealers, even if you set it, for some reason the oils can pop through and like move the eyeshadow. So this product, it's amazing. It's transparent, so it can be used for any skin type, and it's great. You'll see how the shadow sticks. All right, moving on to las cejas. So I'm taking my Anastasia brow palette, wetting my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus, and dipping into the color Ash Brown. I love this color. I generally find myself using it with a lot of people because I feel like a cooler tone brow just can look softer. It goes with a lot of looks. If I need to add a little bit more warmth, I will, but I think we stick to Ash Brown here. So I'm just taking an e.l.f. brow brush, I guess. It doesn't have a name, but it's basically a brow brush. What I'm doing is I like to go around the perimeters of the brow first and then fill in as needed. I sort of just do this as like a rough draft because I will be applying foundation, and sometimes the foundation gets on the brows. So I will touch up the brows at the end. But yes, I do like to have my rough draft set in. Alright, let's get started with some eyeshadow. So I am using my Huda Beauty palette, and I am dipping into Sandalwood with a Morphe brush. As you can see, there is shadow on her eyes because I forgot to press record. But yes, I dipped into Sandalwood, and then I used this other color here. I'll link it below. And this is a technique that I learned in my makeup school. So what you want to do is take a flat brush like that, and you want to dip into the product, turn the brush upside down, as I did, and run it along the lash line. This trick, you guys, was the game changer for me. It saves time, it gets the work done, it sets the shadow like smoky, so basically you're keeping most of the product by the lash line, which is where I want most of the depth. And then since there's less product on the top of the brush, it's already smoking it out for me. Isn't that great? It's like 2 for 1. It's amazing. We love that. So as you'll see, it'll start to create that smoky effect, and I just continue to do it. So my sister has hooded eyes, as you can see, and I'm just working this. I'm really just working it, making sure I go back and forth. But you should definitely try this trick and tag me if you do. Let me know how you feel. It's definitely a game changer. If you're new to eyeshadow, try this trick out. It'll do the smoke for you. And then you'll see if you want to add more, you can add more, which is what I'm going to do later. But yes, this trick was a game changer. Shout out to my instructor. So I'm just showing my sister what that technique looks like. She is pleasantly surprised. My sister is also a makeup artist and a hairstylist. She is really good at it. We always like to share makeup tips and tricks with each other. She's definitely helped my makeup game a lot. And yeah, we just love to share tips and tricks. So she was pretty impressed. As you guys can see, look how the eyeshadow base is gripping all of the shadow. Just amazing. Next, I'm going in with the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. It's the DesixKaty collab. Oh my gosh, you guys. This look was inspired by this shadow alone. I forgot how amazing it was. I was on Twitter the other day, and some girl posted about it, and Dose of Colors retweeted it, saying, like, she was saying how amazing this shadow is as a topper. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. Do you guys see this? It just looks like diamonds. It looks like her eyes wet. It's just amazing. Like, this shadow truly made the look happen. It's an amazing color. Alright, so now I am going in with the Morphe James Charles palette. And this color right here, you guys, amazing. Oh my gosh. It is not black. It is not brown. It's just right in between. It's the perfect in between. So I like to go back in and add a little bit more smoke and dimension to the lid. And this is my go-to shadow, you guys. I use it under my eyes, under clients' eyes. It's great. It's amazing. Alright, you guys. Moment of truth. Time to hold our breath. Let's hope she doesn't get pinched. She didn't. Ayy. So I'm moving on to her lashes. I'm using the Covergirl mascara. I will link the type of mascara it is below. Dipping a spoolie into it, making sure that we are sanitary. So I am keeping my finger on her lid as I apply the mascara, because I don't want any mascara to go onto the eyeshadow. I saw this trick on one of I Love Sadai's videos and it was great. I'm basically just coating her lashes because I don't really care for them to be super volume packed. I'm about to apply falsies, so I just want them to blend in perfectly together and for her eyes to be perky enough to blend in to the lashes. Alright, last time. So I'm going in with the Ardell Wispies. This is actually a trick my sister taught me. So if you sometimes experience your lashes looking a little low, you want them to just be a little perkier, go ahead and curl them. Curl them before application. Here I am just measuring them on her eyelid. And I will be using the Duo Lash Glue. This lash glue is amazing. It dries super quick. So yes, since the lash is already curled, it's going to be extra perky, giving that more open effect. These lashes work really well. Even though she has hooded eyes, they look great. They don't look too big. I was pleasantly surprised. I loved it. Alright, going in with foundation, we are using the L'Oreal True Match in W4 Natural Beige. So here I am just color matching her onto her neck. And it looks like a pretty good match. It's close enough. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this with the same It Cosmetics brush I was using for all of the skincare. This brush is amazing. It truly just, it's just that one brush that you love, for everything. It's soft, it's not too tightly packed, it's not too loose, it's just great. So I went ahead and cleaned the brush because obviously I had oils and moisturizer on it, and I wanted it to be just solely for foundation, so I went ahead and cleaned it, and I'm applying the foundation with the brush. Since my sister wants more of that light-ish coverage, I found that the brush was better for this. So my sister has all of the undertones, and you will see that the foundation will look a little bit pinkier on her than I expected, but we will go in later with concealer and contour, and it will just all come together. But this brush is amazing, and this foundation is perfect. It's buildable. It can be super, super full, or it can be more light, I will say. But yes, it's definitely buildable. Moving on to concealer, I am using MAC NC30 for her concealer. I like applying this with a synthetic blending brush. This is obviously an eyeshadow brush, but I feel like it gives really good application of concealer. It sort of does the blending process, it uses less amount of product, and it gives more of that like seamless effect, in my opinion, when my models just want to have that more sort of like not so much concealer but still want to look a little bit airbrushed. I love applying it with this one. This is a Morphe brush. I don't think it has like a specific number on it because I bought it as like a little bundle at Ulta, but it's great. It's a great eyeshadow brush as well. So I'm just applying it here, and then I will eventually go back in with that same brush and blend out the edges, bringing it up towards her temple and close to her under eye. Alright, I'm back, people. Did you miss me? So I am going in with the Sigma Sculpt palette, and I am going to powder contour her face. So I like to apply a more grayish tone to give more of a hollowy effect, and then I dip into the warmer ones to give more like a bronzier effect. As you can see, I forgot to press record a good amount of times in this video, so you will see things already done before they are done. So blending is a process. This is just kind of sort of to the process. It looks chunky. Look at that chunk. Looking like Rosa from TikTok. But it's okay. We're going to blend it all together. It's all good, you know? Flow through the process. Don't get stuck. Keep going. It happens. We all do it. And we grow and we move. Just keep swimming. All right. Time to set that concealer. So I am going in with my LA Colors Highlight and Contour Kit. So this was one of those moments where you're like, oh snap, where's my setting powder? I just so happened to have this palette here with me because they gave it to us at my makeup school, and I was like, oh shoot, all right, whatever, I'm gonna use it. I don't know how this works, but let's do it. Do you guys see the difference that made? So her under eye had a little bit of the darkness coming through still. We have that hereditary in our family, I don't know why, but this just brightened, brought it all together. I was so surprised. I was so excited as I was using it. I just kept wanting to apply it. I mixed different colors in it. I used mostly like the yellowish whitish, but I also used a bit of the peachier tone. Just incredible. It was such a great product, and I have now incorporated it into my kit. It's bomb. Alright, going back in with that Sigma palette, I am going to add some highlight to her cheekbones, above her eyebrows, Cupid's bow nose, under the bridge of the eyebrow. Why can't I speak, you guys? What's going on here? And then also in the inner corner. This is my favorite part of the eye. It just really ties it all in together, gives that flirty little winky look, and I love this part. All right, moving onward with the video. So I am dipping into Sandalwood from that Huda Beauty palette, and I'm running it on the lower lash line of my sister's eye. And the reason why I like to do this is because I want to leave the transition shade there so that when I add the darker colors, I don't smear them around more than I want to. Specifically because I didn't want this to be a super dramatic smoky eye with the bottom smoke. I just wanted to add a little bit of detail close to her lash line, which you will eventually see, and then also just a little bit more color with a darker shade, which I will run towards the end of her eye. Here we go. Here's that moment. So as you see, I'm running it from the outer end of the eye, not all the way in, but sort of closely in. And as you can see, most of the darkness is at the outer end of the eye. I really don't want to close her eyelid. I love the smoke that is there. So I'm just going to do this really quickly, and then we'll jump into the James Charles part, which is my favorite. Alright, you guys, so here's the color I was talking about. And basically what I'm doing is applying it right by her lash line. And the reason why I love this step so much is when it is contrasted with a beige or white color in the waterline, it can be, and I say color because I've done shadow there when I don't have a liner, and in this video I'm going to use this white liner. The contrast it gives, oh my gosh, it just gives that doll-like effect. If you have small eyes but still want to give that little like under eye smoke, and maybe you feel like it closes your eye, try this technique. Add like a white liner or a shadow, beige, doesn't have to be white, it could be any light color, and then contrast it with a darker color right by the lash line, and you will see like the wonder it does. I love this. This is my favorite detail of the eye, along with the highlight in the inner corner. Just look at that. All right, moving on to the moment a lot of us makeup artists hold our breath during: under eye mascara. So let's just hold our breath through this, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, I have to keep talking, right? Okay. All right, so I am basically coating her bottom lashes. This takes me a minute because I really want to be careful with not transferring it to the bottom. I'm like, I really like how it came out. I don't want to have to redo it, so I'm taking my time, and I'm really building those bottom lashes to give more of that doll-like effect. The bottom shadow already kind of makes the bottom lashes a little more emphasized. So this is also a good technique if you have like really small bottom lashes like my sister does. It just makes them stand out more, along with that white liner in the eye. It opens the eye, you add the contrast in the bottom. It's just a great combo, you know? It's like fries and chicken tenders. It's just a good combo. You know what I mean. Or arroz y frijoles. It's bomb. Alright, moving on to los labios. So here I am just outlining her lips with this lip liner. This is actually something I am not used to, which is why I was so excited on how this turned out. This lip liner, as you can tell, isn't really like super dark. It is going to blend in perfectly with this lipstick. So I'm using Peaches and Cream by TNT Agency, which is the school my sister went to. Just look at this perfect color. I was so amazed how it turned out. It's not too pink, it's not too nude. It tied so well with the eye look. It just kept the focus on the eyes with a cute little pinkishy nude lip, and oh my gosh, it turned out amazing. The lip liner wasn't overpowering. It was great. I love this, how this turned out. we are approaching the end of the video. Here we are just melting the makeup with the MAC Fix Plus Cucumber Edition. Over here just taking a whiff. We are adding some gloss. This is my sister's gloss and it looks amazing. I think it really helped tying the look together, give that really wet, beautiful look. So ahora vamos a quitar los clips. Boom, no crease, baby. Shake it through, get a little fluff in the mane, and that is it, you guys. This is the final look. Birthday party guest makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your questions and comments below if you have any. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.